it means everything to me. My family, I've always been super close with my family. I'm still close to my family. They come and visit me every week, pretty much. So just getting to experience this with them, it just means everything to me. It's looked at as more of like a dream that is never going to come true when you're from a small town. But I had so much support from my family, and that's why I think I've been placed in this role to show, other people from my hometown that it's possible and no dreams are too big. So my whole life, my dad was my coach. He coached me pretty much since I was born up until 8th grade, and then, middle school he was my coach. And then I played on the high school team when I was in 7th and 8th grade, and my uncle was my coach, so my dad's brother.
It was a lot of fun coaching Cass because she was just such a hard worker. I didn't have to really say a lot to her. She would come to the gym early, she'd stay late, and it was very fun from the aspect of, as a coach, we want kids like that. And you don't find them very often that work as hard as she did. When she was 4 years old, we were at the gym. I was working with her brother, and I just came home and told my wife, I said, we're going to have a really good basketball player on our hands. And she said, Chandler, that's my son. I said, no, Cassidy. And she said, what? And I said, she just picks up on things so easy and she works so hard. I said, so I felt like then, I didn't know how good she was going to be as far as what level she could play at, but I honestly thought she would play college basketball at that particular time.
Eastern Kentucky is just, UK stuff everywhere. My papa is he was the biggest UK fan you'd ever find. His dream was to have a kid or a grandkid play for the University of Kentucky. Ended up, unfortunately, getting dementia, and the last place that he got to go out of the house was to my signings, and that was such a great day for him. Like, usually he would forget and stuff, but that day he was like, he remembered people's names, and it was just such a blessing.
Originally, he wasn't going to come. He said he's not able to get out. 30 minutes before she signed, he called and asked if we come and get him. And when we pushed him in his wheelchair, I could see in his eyes, he knew what was going on. And to see what she had accomplished made him so happy. I mean, it was everything to me. It was just something that I'll never forget.
That's why I take a lot of pride in playing for my state as well, just because my papa was such a big UK fan, and I feel like I'm partially doing this for him.
So what did it mean whenever she got the offer?
It was a special moment in our household because she was recovering from she actually hadn't had her surgery yet. And she was sitting on the couch, and I had spoke with Coach Elsie. And she said, hope Cass is okay. I said, she is. She said, well, her day's going to get better. We had no idea what that meant. A couple hours later, Coach Mitchell called and offered. And she tried to stay calm during the phone call, but once she hung up, lots of tears throughout our family because that was a special moment because our family, especially my father, was such a huge UK fan. And we immediately called him, and he cried also.
So you and Sanaya are very close. What was the conversation like between you guys whenever all of your old teammates started entering the portal? How did you guys talk about wanting to stay?
We were still coming to workouts every day, even though with the coaching change, we were still in the gym. The groups kept getting smaller and smaller, and then it was just me and Sanaya. And, we talked about it a lot. We would get emotional sometimes because everything that we knew before was gone. We both knew from the beginning that this is where we wanted to be.
I explained to her when Elsie left that the new coach, regardless who it was, did not have to keep anyone. They could start fresh and get rid of everyone. And she was kind of worried about that. And Honestly, if Brooks hadn't have kept her, she said she wouldn't have played for no one else.
I knew that I always wanted to stay. I was more just, praying that Coach Brooks would want to keep me and that I could keep representing my state. So
She's sort of old school when she works out and she plays. She's one of those kids that she never wants to miss a game. She never wants to miss a practice. Through 2 ACL injuries, broken ribs, broken nose, all that, she's never missed a practice. She would show up, she would kick clock, she would pass, whatever she could do in practice to do that. So the toughness has always been there.
I say this all the time. If I didn't face those 2 ACL injuries, I don't think that I would be here, which is kind of crazy to say, but it just gave me such a new outlook on playing basketball. It's like I get the opportunity to play basketball. It's not, I have to do this, I have to do that.
I really believe her heart and soul is with this university and with this state. She's always dreamed of being here. She didn't want to leave and go nowhere else, even though we had several schools reach out to her. She said, not interested, Dad. She said, I'm either going to be at Kentucky or nowhere else.